Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller, and welcome to my brand new walkthrough for The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild! Wow, there are hundreds of thousands of walkthroughs and Let's Plays for this game, at least I'm pretty sure, and the fact that you chose mine means so much to me! In fact, I'm honestly flattered, so I hope to not let you down. But before I dive into the nitty-gritty of this walkthrough, there are a few things that I want to say. But if you want to skip my opening explanation, please jump to this point in the video. Boom! There's a timestamp! Right there, you can skip ahead. I'll give you a couple seconds to make up your decision. Okay, you stuck around? Cool, let's talk for a second. So, as you can probably guess, this is going to be a very, very long walkthrough. This is a 100% walkthrough. That means that, to the best of my abilities, I will try to do every single thing that is available within this game, and I will showcase it to you folks at home. The idea is that if you're playing this game and you get stuck at a part and you want to look up how to get past it, this walkthrough should be of service to you. And if you're just pulling up a video at random, to keep track of what I've been doing and how far I am in the game, I'll be wearing a variety of different costumes. Based on the costume that I'm wearing, you should be able to tell where I am in the game. So in the beginning of the game, I will not be wearing a shirt, and then later on in the game, I'll be wearing a basic shirt, and then later on in the game, I'll be wearing a blue shirt, yada yada yada. Based on the shirt and or full outfit that I'll be wearing, that should hopefully tell you guys how far I am in the game or what chunk of the game I'm on. I might even post specific information in the description of each video, so that way you can look up any video or any part of this game with relative ease. For the sake of this walkthrough, I shall be using the Nintendo Switch version of the game, even though the Switch and Wii U versions are supposed to be the same, but I'm using the Switch version for these reasons. Number one, the visuals on it are supposed to be higher than that of its Wii U counterpart. Two, it's easier for me to record this version than the Wii U version. And number three, it seems to be the main version that Nintendo of America is marketing, and it seems to be the main version that people are going to get, so I figured I may as well go in that direction. Which brings me to my final point. Thank you very, very much, Nintendo of America, for generously giving me access to record this game for my channel. They've invited me to so many events, they've given me so many chances to play this game and a variety of other Nintendo games, and I figure it's only right to go ahead and record this game that they've been promoting for so long. I don't normally play Zelda games on my channel, so forgive me if I suck at this game. I am going into this blind. I will be making a 100% walkthrough, but I also want to record my initial experience and reactions to everything within this game. So hopefully you guys will find it both entertaining and useful. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough, so let's dive on into The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch. Whoosh!
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
And here we go, just going straight into the gameplay. So before I do anything major, I just kind of want to showcase the main mechanics of this game. So as you can see, our main character here, named Link, has a stamina meter. I can change the camera, I can move him around with the 2 analog sticks, but most importantly, Link can jump now! There's a jump button! And I guess I can't really do anything with the other buttons right now because I don't have any weapons or even clothing, but hey, that's soon to come. So game design theory tells me that I should go to the glowing object in a dim lit room, so let's see what this says. Or let's see what this is. This is a Sheikah slate.
Take it.
Oh, okay, character's already talking. It will help guide you after your long slumber. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of plot here, and I'm sure as time goes along, things will make more sense, but I do appreciate games that throw me straight into the gameplay and explain what's going on afterward, as long as things wind up making sense at all. But I'll give this game the benefit of the doubt. It's been in development for, what, 5, 6 years? So I imagine that things will work out. Anyway, that's the Sheikah slate, and just to give you guys the heads up, I shall not be reading every single description for every single item in this game. I imagine that, with the way that this game is developed, I can figure out what each item does simply by using it over and over again. So to spare you guys the time, I will not be reading all of those descriptions. Here we're going to get some clothing, or more specifically some well-worn trousers, and I can open up my inventory and put that on with the plus button. So I'll go ahead and do that right now, which brings me to my next point. So throughout the game I'll be getting different outfits and different equipment, and I'll be wearing different shirts and different pants and different headgear and yada yada yada. To help differentiate where I am in the game, should I revisit older areas, I will be putting on different clothing pieces. But for this beginning part of the game, I'm not going to wear a shirt, because I figure I've been asleep for 100 years, I can do whatever I want as long as I'm not hurting anybody. And I imagine that not wearing a shirt is not hurting anybody. So this is how you guys know that I, Yoshiller, am playing the Nintendo Switch version of this game, because I am shirtless Link! At least for this first portion of the game, and then later on I'll put on a shirt. But for the time being, I figure if I don't want to wear a shirt, then I don't have to. I imagine that most people would probably play this game without wearing pants, but without a shirt. I figure it's comfortable, it's not offensive, I can do that. Look at this. I'm about to run into the wild, shirtless! See, this is how you know I am a guy who's adapted to wildlife. There we are. Now we're getting into the main mechanic of this game. As you guys can probably tell by numerous screenshots and gameplay videos of this game, the main mechanic of this game revolves around running outside in the wild. Oh.
You are the light.
I am the light.
Our light.
Our light.
That must shine upon Hyrule once again.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, because the light seems like it's coming out of that corridor over there. I'm pretty sure that's brighter than I am, but hey, if you're saying I'm the light that needs to shine upon Hyrule, then I guess I'll do my best to oblige. Okay. So I can jump with the X button, as I previously established. I can run with the B button. To climb objects, I believe you simply just walk into them. Yeah, you can jump at them as well. Be sure to climb objects before your stamina meter goes out. And guys, here we are. Welcome to The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Ah, look at this large open world! I can explore any part of it that I want to. At least after I pass some of this beginning stuff. See, the game's gonna throw a bunch of stuff my way so that I can understand the basic mechanics of the game. But once I understand some of the basics, I can go ahead and do pretty much whatever I want. So for the time being, this game is gonna teach me that I can move items around, I can remove it, I can drop it, I can equip it. I don't really want to have a tree branch on hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Here we have some Hylian shrooms. These are items that I can eat to restore health. And then there should be some other goodies around here as well that I can utilize. Let's see. If I go over here to the right around this little corner, I can climb up the tree, but I don't think there's anything at the top of the tree. There are some more Hylian shrooms. I can actually climb these rocks if I want to, but I don't think I can make it all the way to the top without losing stamina. Here we have some more Hylian shrooms. Okay, maybe it is just tree branches and Hylian shrooms for now. But we did see an older looking guy over there, so let's go ahead and say hi to him real quickly. And if you want to quickly change weapons, you can do so, and I'll probably do that a little later. But since things seem rather peaceful and safe right now, I figure I may as well just carry this tree branch on my back and not have to worry about it. So, mister, I don't really see anybody else on this planet right now besides you. Perhaps you can provide some insight as to what's going on and why I've been asleep for so long. Aren't you a bit chilly? I mean, under normal circumstances, I usually get cold pretty quickly, but I figure not wearing a shirt feels kind of nice. Oh ho ho! Well met, stranger. It's rather unusual to see another soul in these parts. Me? I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. I hope you'll permit me a question, if I may be so bold. Are you not chilly? Look, man, I just answered you. Can you please just provide some insight? Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to the legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there? Long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. Well, old man, thank you for this baked apple that just happened to be sitting here. Oh, I beg your pardon! I do believe that is my baked apple! You can't just go about taking whatever you please! Oh, forgive me, I could not resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame make for a succulent treat. Well, I do appreciate your humor style. Okay, so, as you can see, this is a wide open area. And this game was developed partially by Monolith Soft, who also made Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade X, and soon to be Xenoblade 2. What does that mean? Well, basically, they're great at making large landscapes. Ooh, a rupee! Okay, that's going to be the currency of this game. I'll get into that later. Let me finish my thought. Monolith Soft worked on this game, and they tend to make games where, if you can see it, you can go to it. So later on in this game, I can go over to that volcano that's spewing gas over there. I can go over to those mountainous cliffs over there. I can go to this temple right now. If I can see it, I can go to it. Though I imagine, at least for this very beginning part of the game, I can't do everything right now. I have to go through some text, I have to get some items, and then I'll have the whole world available to me.
Head for the point.
Oh, head for the point marked on the map on your Sheikah slate. Okay. See, for the beginning, I have to do specific things. But I promise, later on, I'll have the option to do things out of order, or in any order. So here's me, there's the dots. Well, I can do that. See, normally, I don't really play games with open worlds, at least games with open worlds that give me too many options, because I tend to get lost. But hopefully with this game, I can change my mind about that, and hopefully I won't get lost if I continuously record what I'm doing. So, okay, this is my current objective. Here we are. That's how you know this game is going to be very big, because it has an objective list. As far as I'm concerned, objective lists were not in previous Zelda games, so I have my work cut out for me, I'm sure. Let's see. So, the good news is that as long as I get to the dot, I can succeed in this goal. How I get to the dot is up to me, and I do approve of games like that. I mean, that's generally why I like games like Super Mario 64. But otherwise, open world games, I mean, I don't know. Not really my thing. I'm not against them, but I'm trying to get into them, and I figured since this seems to be the main game that Nintendo is showcasing, I will try to get into this genre with this game. Anyway, how about we do some combat, huh? I figure it's about time, and I figured an axe is a stronger weapon than a tree branch, so watch out for that, because that's an explosive. Oh, I got set on fire. So fun fact. At least it's a fun personal fact. It's not really a fun fact about this game in particular, but I played this game a few different times. I played it at E3 2016. I played it when I got done with the Zelda Escape Room a few weeks ago. Vocal Club, cool. And each of those demos has me start out around this point of the game. Well, when I played it at the Zelda Escape Room, oh, a seared steak, that sounds delicious. When I played it at the Zelda Escape Room, I played this exact part. I went down here, started fighting these enemies. That bomb actually hit me. It blasted me into the fireplace, and I died. So I don't actually have footage of that happening, but you'll just have to take my word for it. And here's what I'm getting at. I'm already doing better now than I did in that short play session. So as far as I'm concerned, things should be going smoothly from here on out. I didn't die. I can break this open with my axe. There we go. Let's see what goodies inside here. Just an apple. Okay. Well, I'll take that apple. Healing items will be of the utmost importance later, I'm sure. And that's an important thing about this game. As you can probably tell, a lot of these items are meant to be used only temporarily. I'm not supposed to hang on to these items throughout the entirety of the game, except for maybe the clothing, but maybe I'll have to get rid of those later or something. I don't know. Some of these items can be mixed with other items. Many of these items are meant to be eaten. Many of these items are meant to be used for smaller battles, like against these guys. These items will not last forever. Pretty much after I swing this axe enough times and hit enough enemies with it, it'll break and I'll have to gather a new weapon. So throughout this game, I'll have to manage my resources carefully. I'll have to knock out these enemies with careful swings and not waste my swings too many times. There we go, got a Boko bow. Now I can use bow and arrows, though I don't have any arrows. But yeah, I now have another weapon choice if I want to. Basically, I have to get through this game, managing my resources, utilizing whatever's around me, making sure that I have what it takes to survive here in the wild. Ready? If I hold down the button, I can do a power swing. Boom, baby. Okay, getting a lot of bows, but I need some arrows. Okay, so pretty much, it's Y to attack, X to jump, A to take items, and then it's going to be ZR to use the bow and arrow when I get to it. And then I can switch between things by pushing different buttons on the directional pad on the left Joy-Con, and then using the right analog stick to switch between them. So if I were to use the arrow, all I have to do is use the buttons on the D-pad to switch between my arrows. If I'm using a weapon like this axe, all I have to do is use the directional pad on the left side to switch between the weapons. It sounds a bit complicated. Maybe my words aren't justifying it, but it should be pretty simple. Here, let's go and take you out. So obviously my axe is stronger than these arrows. Yeah, and I can't break your shield with an arrow, so that'll be more useful later. But you dropped something I have not yet seen. Ooh, a Boko shield. Well, shields are going to be very important. They can help me defend against other objects and items and enemies. So I'll go ahead and take that, and this is a traveler's sword. Wow. See, now I have an actual sword. There we go, and I can throw my weapon with the R button. That's right, that is a thing I can do. See, throwing weapons is actually a pretty fun mechanic in this game. If you're running out of storage and you want to pick up another weapon, you can just throw your weapon off to the side, or alternatively, you can throw it to hit something that's far away. It's great to do an extra attack if your weapon's just about to break, or if you need to get rid of it, or if you need to hit a switch or something. It's fun, it's cool, I'm glad it's in this game. I won't do it right now, but I'm sure it'll happen plenty of times throughout this walkthrough. Anyway, it seems I've reached the mark on the map. Let's see. Aha! Here we go. This is more so what I was looking for. Let's see here. Examine. Yes, please. Here we are. Place the Sheikah slate in the pedestal. Or pedestal, not a pedestal, but a pedestal. Seems like the previous pedestal, so it should be safe enough. Seems like this thing was made specifically for me. Well, hopefully things go well then, huh? Hopefully this isn't a trap of some sort. Sheikah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. What, is this about to turn into Indiana Jones or something? Oh my goodness! Cool. Alrighty. Let's see what happens next. Thankfully, I'm still okay. Whoa, but look at that draw distance. The Great Plateau Tower. Got it. Well, this seems like a hub of some sort. Some place for me to have a viewpoint to see where I can go, where I need to go, where I should go. Ooh, and where I would go. Oh, the possibilities within this game are so large! Oh, and you're updating my Sheikah slate, huh? Well, as long as you don't update it to a version that makes it self-destruct on its battery, I'm pretty sure that this is okay, as long as it's part of the terms of service. Let's see. Okay, so now I can see a more updated version of this map. I guess the idea is that if I visit specific points, I can update my map so that I can better see everything and it's not just a wireframe grid. Handy, definitely handy.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
I gotta admit, it's impressive that all of these cutscenes are done in-game. They're done in-engine. How do I know? Because I'm not wearing a shirt. And in each of these cutscenes, I do not have a shirt. So, I must be the only one that's amused by all of this. Anyway, here's another amusing tidbit. Let's go ahead and see how big this map is. Look at this. Look at this. I will be eventually exploring all of these locations. Look at this. We've got a lot to cover. Thankfully, this game is split into sections, so I can better keep track of where I'm going and what I'm doing. But, yeah, this is going to be a massive game. I mean, like I said, Monolith Soft developed it, and they know how to create a world. Okay, let's just start climbing down, huh? Now, you could jump down, but a mechanic of Zelda games is that you usually take fall damage when you drop from great heights. And since I don't really have a safer way down, I guess I'll just have to climb down. Now, I can drop smaller distances without taking damage, like I can jump to these platforms as long as they don't miss. But yeah, that's how I have to get down. And again, I'm still shirtless. I'm just not going to get over that. This is so amusing that I can just do this whole game without a shirt. I mean, I won't. I'm only going to do this beginning portion without a shirt, but hey. Oh, ho! Hey, man. Hey, where can I get me one of those paragliders? Because that'll certainly save me a lot of time and effort. My, it would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop the tower? Well, I mean, you need not conceal the truth from me. Truth be told, I saw the whole thing unfold from afar. Although I could not hear anything, I did see you react as if you heard something coming from the direction of the castle. I mean, I was just reacting about the fact that I've been shirtless this entire time. Hit the nail on the head, did I? And did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? Well, it was the same voice that I heard earlier, technically speaking, but I guess I didn't recognize it. It seems I have some work to do as far as earning your trust goes. I suppose that is understandable. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment that it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, Courageous One, do you intend to make your way to the castle? I mean, I can go anywhere in this world. I'm going to have to visit the castle at some point. I had a feeling you would say that. Those exact words? Here on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs, with no way down. If you were to try to jump off, well, no death could be more certain, or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. Ooh, I could definitely go for a paraglider, but how exactly would I go about getting one of these paragliders? Oh, piqued your interest, have I? That's how you spell piqued? Okay. Yes, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. Worry not, I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? New objective, huh? You got it. And of course I can view these objectives by pressing on the plus button. Come, let me show you something. Okay, well, would you want to show me? Don't be hasty now, just follow me. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was supposed to follow you. See, when I played the demo didn't have this part. Forgive me. Oh, are you going to tell me about that glowing thing over there? Because that has definitely piqued my interest with a QU. Because I didn't know that's how you spell piqued. Alright, you good? You need to stand in position? You're good now? You should be good now. Alright, I'll face this way toward you, or not. Do you see that structure there? The one with the strange light? Okay, so you are going to talk about it. Good. It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? I mean, something valuable must be inside. Treasure for the paraglider. A fair exchange, I believe. Well, yeah, I guess I don't really know what's around here, so me having treasure isn't going to be useful. But a paraglider, I mean, I can go anywhere I want with a paraglider. Let's see. So just so you guys know, Link can swim in this game. I'm going to avoid going in the water because your stamina meter will still go down when you're in the water. And if your stamina meter runs out while you're in the water, you will die. And it would be pretty embarrassing to die in the first part of this walkthrough. I imagine it'll happen in later parts, but for the time being, I kind of want to avoid that as much as possible. Anyway, let's head over here to this shrine, However, I should note that we are fast approaching the end of this first part of the walkthrough. I imagine that I'll save the shrine for the next part, and a bunch of other things will happen in the next part as well, so I may as well just knock all those things out at the same time. This first part is more of an introductory, explanatory part, as we get some plot and exposition, but later on, things will get crazy, and things will start going in random orders, and it'll be fun. I promise, this game is going to be awesome. I've played it several times. Here we go, the Omen Owl Shrine. I think that's how you pronounce it. Omen Owl? Omen whatever it is. I'm going to do it in the next part. So for now, that wraps up this part of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. See you all next time in the next part when I take on this shrine. And remember, if there's something that you want me to do in this game that I haven't done yet, please be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know, and I'll be sure to showcase it as soon as I can. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye, humans. Whoosh. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I post videos every day, so if you want to be notified for when my next video goes out, please be sure to subscribe by clicking on my icon right there in the center. And please be sure to follow me on Twitter. My tag is @RealYoshiller. Thanks a bunch. See you all in future videos. Bye-bye, humans. Whoosh.